Hello friends, welcome back to our little coffee club. Today we're gonna take a look at the second coffee that I received from DAK. We'll open it, we're gonna make a pour over, and I'll guess at the tasty notes and all that good stuff that we always do. But we're also going to make espresso. And we might or might not, I'm not gonna say it. So let's just go to the other counter. Maybe? All right, so here we go, guys. Here's the other DAK coffee that I still haven't tried. And man, I told you guys I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna use the joke about the Cortados anymore. So hey, I didn't say it, but there will be Cortados on this episode. I gotta get my Cortado fix. Besides, I'm not sure if you guys noticed. If you're watching, well, obviously if you're watching the video as it's happening, then you did notice, but I know some of you guys probably just play me in the background just to hear me chit chat. So, but regardless, if you were not watching, maybe you can take a quick look right now. We have a couple of new items here on the counter. So one being this beautiful little pitcher that I finally received. It is from the same people that I bought the coffee filters and the orange origami that I showed you guys in a previous video. So I think it was the video just before this one. So I did receive this, and I received some more filters because I kind of needed to fill the order. Something about these folks is that I believe you need to order $15 minimum. So I had to put in some more. This didn't even make it to $15 because again, these prices are pretty wild, right? Incredible. So I'm gonna make a dedicated video as to all of that, but I wanted to show it to you guys, and I do want to use it for the first time today to make the Cortados. So we'll get to that in a little bit. Now the other item being this little bear up here. Let me show you guys. So if you saw the opening cinematic, then you saw the little bear on it, but if not, then maybe you can take a quick look now, and this is it. So this little bear here is just a little art piece. I think it's really cool. This little bear I bought for my wife a few years ago. We've had it for a while. But this is from a famous artist here in Miami. I don't know how famous he is like worldwide. Perhaps he's really famous worldwide, I don't know. But I know in Miami he's huge because his artwork is like all over town. This gentleman is Brazilian, perhaps maybe, I imagine he probably lives here, and that's why he is so like famous and popular here. I remember that they had an art gallery of his on Lincoln Road, and he sells paintings and sculptures, and they always have this kind of theming, like very colorful. And this little, I think this is like part of his signature or his name, or I believe has something to do with his name, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Remember, I'm not an engineer, I'm not a doctor, I'm just some dude, okay? So it may or may not have something to do with his name. And you always find this on the little writing, you find it on all of his artwork one way or another. It's also always very colorful with these lines and polka dots and things like this, and that's what he's known for. But I find it to be very pretty. I gave this to my wife many years ago. And we have also one of his paintings, although I don't have it up in the apartment right now. That's a story for another day. Let's get into the brewing. I did want to show you guys the couple new items. But yeah, let's get right into the brewing before somebody gets triggered. Now that being said, I'm gonna use this brewer because I'm not gonna make a lot. Again, I'm making Cortados, and I might be inclined to making two of them. It depends how much milk fits in the little pitcher, which, you know what, I think is the same size as the one from Brewing. Maybe I can report back to you guys on that, but I think it's the same size as the one that comes free from Breville. So it is small, and I wanted it small because for making cortados, I don't want to froth a whole bunch of milk. Besides, I only make milk for like usually 1 or 2 drinks, and this should be more than enough. Inside it says something about, let's see, to the spout. It looks like to the spout is gonna be somewhere around 6-7 ounces, maybe 7 ounces, maybe 8, because there are some markings on the inside that tells you how many ounces. So it should be somewhere around 7-8 ounces to the bottom of the spout, and that's usually how I froth. So I'm gonna use once again the little dripper from Magnolia that my wife gave me. She bought this at Target, and it comes with another dripper. This is my origami, my real origami. The reason why I want to use this one is because it's much faster, because it has the big hole here, the little dripper that comes with this. But let me just show it to you guys. Now, if you've been watching all of the videos, then you've seen this, but the hole for this one is just tiny, and it's really slow. This dripper is very slow when you're using it like this, as intended. And when you buy it at Target, it comes like this as a whole set. But today, because I want this to be kind of like more closely to what I normally shoot for, I don't know. Again, every time I start a new coffee, I want to brew it in a way that I'm very familiar with, something that I could be consistent. And with the origami, I'm going to be a lot better at it than with the other dripper that I don't use a whole bunch. So I am going to grind only 12 grams. So usually I would be using the other dripper. Today I'm going to use the origami, and we'll see what we could do with it. Now, being that I'm going to grind 12 grams and I'm not going to get my usual yield, I'm getting about half of my usual yield or just over that. The timing, I'm not 100% sure what I should be shooting for here, but I imagine somewhere around 2.5 minutes will probably be good. Normally I'm more closer to like 3.5 minutes. So let's just see. Well, it's a little experiment, but I want to do it in this way. I don't want to make a whole bunch of pour over because, again, I'm making cortados. All right, let me set things up, see if I could give you guys the overhead angle once again, and I'll see you guys on the next clip. Okay, actually no, before we go to that, I'm not gonna make that mistake like last time where I'm trying to open the box with the overhead shot. That didn't work as well as as I thought. So we're gonna open the box right here as we always do. Again, I'm gonna be guessing at the tasting notes. Same setup like last time. Once again, I'm gonna cut the bag. I don't wanna mess this thing up. Okay, I imagine this being the same roast level, so being a lightly roasted coffee. Okay, so let me just go ahead and put some of this coffee here on the counter, and then I'll take a picture so that we can take a look at the roast level and all that good stuff. I will put the picture right here on the screen so you guys could take a good look, and then we'll weigh it out and grind it. Okay, so I have my 12 grams already here. I'm between 12 and 11.9, so roughly 12 grams. We're gonna use once again the K+. We are at 65 clicks, so 65 clicks. Again, we're gonna shoot for something like, I don't know, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, somewhere in between there, and 12 grams. So let's see, we'll check retention and all that stuff we always do. Although retention for this is not, it's not really a thing. Okay, that was not too bad. It went by pretty quickly, being that it's only 12 grams. All right, so let's see if we got our 12 grams. Sure, we got everything. And again, 11.9, maybe 11.8, maybe. Okay, so 11.9, 11.8, roughly. Maybe there was a tiniest of retention, perhaps. Okay, let me put this off to the side. Okay, so as you guys could see right there, the water is at 96. So we are 96. Let me set things up, let me try to do again both angles, and I'll see you on the next clip. Okay, so I'm hoping that this is going to work out once again for us. Now, last time, I mean, you could see a clear, like, huge difference in quality between the camera and the GoPro. Like, I wish the GoPro would do a better job, but part of it is that the lighting is not, you know, it's not very high in here. It's not a lot of lighting, and that kind of it works against the GoPro. But all right, let's first wet the filter and warm up everything as I like to do. You know, I was watching Jay today, his live video, Jay from Ono Coffee. If you guys are not following Jay, check him out. He likes doing live videos like Hoon and just kind of chit-chatting, and it's just kind of fun. But yeah, I was watching Jay, and people are asking him questions about, you know, WDT and, you know, like all these different techniques that and items, tools that we use as home barista hobbyists. Okay, we're like deep down the rabbit hole. Jay takes his coffee in a way more practical way. You know, he's he's a coffee professional. He owns a shop. You know, is trying to get the people in and out and make the job as easy as possible for the people working for him. And is, you know, man, I totally understand him, you know, so a lot of these tools and stuff, you know, and he does a great job without them. You don't really need all these things. We do it because we're like kids playing with toys, okay? You don't need any of these WDTs and blind shakers and all this stuff, all right? Let's face it. You can make great coffee without any of that stuff. So sometimes keeping it simple is the best way. I know he doesn't like, and it came to mind because I know he doesn't like rinsing the paper, but it is something I like because I wanted to stick, mainly because I wanted to stick to the brewer. And I do like I said, rinsing the cup that I drink from. Warming the brewer up, well, it's just, I guess, a good byproduct of this whole process. But to me, that's insignificant, kind of, you know, so. But yeah, I do like rinsing, and I do like rinsing the cup that I drink from. So let me throw this water out and we'll start brewing. So yeah, Jay from Ono Coffee. Cool dude. I love his live stream. Okay, so let's once again weigh this thing. We already did, but let's just check. Look, now we're back to 12. So okay. So let's just say pretty much what we put in is what we got out. Again, the K+, the 1Zpresso K+ hand grinder, bulletproof, guys. I absolutely love it. I still use it all the time, as you could see. Now, I do have to say, for the most part, when I'm doing my filter coffee, I'm using the Duo when it has the brew burst installed. Right now, it has the espresso burst, so I've mainly been using the K+. And I use the Niche Zero pretty much entirely just for espresso. Okay, so again, we're gonna shoot somewhere around 2 minutes to maybe as much as 2.5 minutes, and we can control some of that with the agitation, but this brewer is somewhat fast, so I imagine the grind size 65, we're gonna have to do pretty good agitation in order to get it to slow down, but we'll see what happens. Okay, water at 96, let's start the time. And here we go with the first pour. Just gonna go 50 center. I'm gonna go really nice and slow. Everything got saturated. All right, guys, so, you know, I would love to start the process over again. I'm not going to do that, But right after my first pour, I received a phone call. I had to stop what I was doing. Now my timing is off. You know, this is real life. This is the real things that happen. I'm not gonna throw away the coffee. I'm just gonna push forward. I'm gonna finish my process. I won't know about the timing. I know I did my first 50 grams. I'm looking for a total of 190, which is roughly a 1 to like 15 and a half. All right, let's do the second pour. This time I'm doing circles. I'm gonna go all the way to 120. I went a little over, 122. Again, I wanna finish at 190. I'm gonna do a little agitation. Although at this point, again, I'm not gonna know about the timing. And I would love to start this all over again and just to do it right, but I'm not going to do that. This is real life. You guys know that these are my real brew sessions. I don't set up to like, make a video. This is just, you know, me sharing my experiences with you guys. And in real life, things happen. You know, what are you gonna do? You gotta push forward. I'm not gonna throw away my coffee. I'm not gonna go ballistic here. I can't stop people from calling me. They don't know I'm doing this thing. So it is what it is. All right, so unfortunately, I don't know anything about my timing, but it pretty much drew down there. So we're gonna go one more pour and just go to 190. I'm gonna do circles and then I'm gonna finish center. Nice and slow. Okay, so we're done with the kettle. Can turn that off. I'm gonna give it one more swirl. Man, too bad. We have no idea about the timing. So, you know, one way that I will make it over again is if it doesn't taste good. Like if it's totally messed up, then I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna guess at tasting notes. Well, this already happened once on the show. Remember, I just got it completely wrong and I didn't want to guess at the tasting notes. I could tell also that no matter what, this grind size is too fine for this coffee because it's just taking long to draw down, longer than I imagine it should be going. Although it's a light roast, so I don't think it's gonna get over extracted, but again, this is not a perfect case scenario here happening, so, but we're gonna push through. Have you guys ever seen on Hoon's live, sometimes he's, I think this is the most hilarious things that happens to him. Like he's doing his live stream and then somebody knocks at the shop and they need his help for something. That's pretty crazy. That's so funny. I mean, I feel bad for him, but it is funny. All right, so this finished. I got my 190 out. Again, a 1 to 15 and a half, about roughly. So let's taste it and see what this gives us. Again, I think I'm gonna do today my guessing at the tasting notes and everything right from here, so I can be doing my puck prep to get my cortados ready. And yeah, I think this is totally completely different than what we normally do, but hey, we're pushing forward. So, all right, I'll see you guys on the next clip. All right, man, what are you gonna do, right? Sometimes things just don't go exactly as planned. Okay, let's give this a stir. Now, I had not mentioned anything about the aroma thus far. And that is because it didn't give me anything. When I opened the bag, I didn't smell anything. And then I took a nice whiff of it after I put it on the counter. I'm not getting anything. But after I brewed it, this coffee has a very particular aroma that I have never seen before. I have never seen anything like this. This is so different. It's not funky. There's no funkiness, but there's something there that I've never seen this before. Wow. It's pleasant. You know, chamomile, maybe. Like, if you ever made chamomile tea, perhaps, maybe it's that. Maybe something like that. Some kind of tea. Wow. In coffee, I've never seen anything like this. Let me taste it and see what we get. Yeah. Wow. This is very different. Man, how many coffees have I tried now? How can I still run into something that is like so unique? That I've never had anything like this. As a matter of fact, but there's no funkiness here whatsoever. But I would say that this coffee is got some kind of processing. I would be so surprised because I thought DAK is all about the clean and the really lightly roasted and like the featuring the, you know, the very, how do you call that? A single origin, very clean stuff. You know, I didn't expect anything like this, but this is clean, okay? This, but in a particular way, it has an aroma, again, that's very unique. And the flavor of this, again, it's just very unique. I've never had one like this one. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna go with the chamomile. I mean, there's like a very distinct flavor here. Definitely, to me, okay, let me try again. Let me try again. I'm getting pretty like really surprised with this, man. Okay, let me try it one more time. Like some kind of tea, but like really, like you can really, there's an herbalness to it. There's a, wow, like definitely I don't get citrus, that's for sure. And I'm not, like any fruits that taste like this, no, this is like a tea to me, like again, chamomile, sweet. It does have acidity, but the sweetness is what really gets you. And this floral quality, this herbal tea-like quality, I mean, it's really wonderful. This is very different to something I've had before. Maybe it's like a natural or something like that, like not really like, or maybe some kind of fermentation. I don't think, definitely not like co-ferments or anything like that, because there's no funkiness, the smell of the beans is very clean. Yeah, as a matter of fact, they didn't even hardly have any smell. But after you brew it, it has a very unique aroma and a kind of herbal tea quality to it. And again, chamomile is what I'm going with. I've never seen anything like this. So let me just read the tasting notes. I have no clue. The acidity is low anyway. I would say it's low acidity, although it's lightly roasted. Maybe I can bring that acidity out again if I grind coarser and go faster. So I know I'm trading some of the acidity for sweetness here, and that might have worked on my favor because I'm really enjoying what I'm tasting here. It's way different. I can't wait to read the tasting notes. Let's take a look at this. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me get a good look at this thing. What do we have? What do we have? Milky cake, Castillo, thermal shock. So there you have it. I called it. I said maybe like some kind of like, but not like a co-ferment or anything like that, but there's some kind of thing here. And well, thermal shock. I think, isn't that what the Costa Rican is? That's a thermical, they call it thermical processing or thermical fermentation. Fermentation, that's what they call it. But I have a feeling it's kind of like the same thing because it's bringing out something in this coffee that, yeah, that like it happened with that coffee that made it so, to me, so interesting and so good. Again, it's like my favorite. So what do we have? Castillo, thermal shock, Cauca, Colombia. So it's a Colombian. And well, here's the tasting notes. I always forget how to pronounce this word. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture of the little label, put it here on the screen. You guys help me out. I don't want to say it. I don't want to screw it up. What else we got? Pistachio. I've never seen that. And vanilla cake. Yeah, every time they put vanilla, I never get that. I never get it. I still don't get it. Would I say anything about vanilla? It is sweet. I called it out. There's a sweetness. Would I say vanilla or vanilla cake or anything like that. No, definitely not. I would say a tea with a touch of honey. Okay, so the sweetness I would attribute to honey. Wow, what? Okay, I gotta look this up right now to see what, I forget what this is. So, and then pistachio. I know those pistachio nuts. I do know what that is. This, I'm not detecting like a nuttiness. Let me hold on. Give me a second. All right. So Google says it's pronounced cardamom. I hope I'm saying that right, but that's what I heard. And it is, they are seeds that are usually ground up and used as a spice, mostly in Indian cuisine and in curries. It'd be, yeah, I could see that. I mean, I wouldn't recognize it in that way. Again, I associated it with chamomile. Yeah, these boxes, being that they are like recyclable and all that stuff, they're just not very good quality, I have to say. Again, I know they're trying to save the planet and everything, but yeah, no. All right, so, and you guys know I'm all about saving. So, but like, I don't know. Yeah, the experience of handling the little box is not, you know, it's not very nice. And the little bags are okay. I wouldn't call them like super high end, but they are doable. It's fine. The other bag I put into my Atmos, and I will do the same with this one. I'll put it in the Atmos canister and make a vacuum seal so that it keeps well. And I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this as we start getting ready. And we need to dose out 18 grams, and we're gonna pull some espresso, and let's move on with the show. But I don't know, how do you guys think I did? I think I did fairly well. I mean, I think I did fairly well. Wow. You know, man, and the smell is so unique. I wish I had some of this cardamom to, to smell it and see if it's like a curry. I don't know, I did say like an herbal tea, like some kind of spiciness to it. Like, wow, this is very different. I do have to say, this coffee is very different than anything I've had before. Wow, I'm surprised. Really blown away with this one. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this as I get my espresso ready. Okay, so we're gonna brew the Ethiopian from Cup of Joy. I don't have a lot of it left, but I have enjoyed this coffee greatly. It makes a nice pour over as well as nice espresso. And I've used it for my milk drinks, and it's, yeah, you know, it has made great milk drinks. Although I don't need a coffee this fancy when I'm mixing with milk. I gotta be honest. When I'm mixing it with milk, I can go with something darker, just that gives you those chocolate, like, you know, burnt sugar, those kind of flavors, you know, the more traditional caramel, that kind of stuff. And I'm perfectly okay with that. I don't need any acidity. Now, if I'm gonna drink the straight espresso, this would be a little bit better because it does have a little bit of that acidity, a little bit more interesting. But yeah, mixing with milk, yeah, I don't really need something this good. But today we're gonna roll with this one. Let's dose out 18 grams. So yeah, guys, the pour over did not go exactly as planned, but I have to say, what matters is the taste, and it ended up tasting great. Still have a little bit left. Now that it has cooled, you know, I do get a little bit of that nuttiness. I don't know if it's because it's been suggested or just, you know, it changed a little bit as it cooled. Because now, I could see that. I could see a lot, maybe guessing at a little bit of a nuttier flavor. Yeah, perhaps. But still, the dominant flavor here, to me, is like that chamomile, like a herbal tea, okay? To me, it's still the dominant flavor here. There is that little bit of like spiciness, like I said. Wow, this is a great coffee. Very unusual, very different. The next thing that I will do with it is just brew it a lot faster. Maybe I'll go to the April, a flat bottom brewer, and you know, I'll go more to my regular formula, 20 grams at 300 grams out, maybe a 1-15, but just try to brew it in like maybe just under 3 minutes and see what I get from that. So I'll probably go up like by 10 clicks. So I'll go from 65 clicks on the K Plus to like 75 clicks and try it there and see what happens. And then I'll slow it down. I'll slow it down even more than now. Maybe go for like a 4.5 minute extraction. Although I don't really know what this one was, but I would shoot for something like that, which is like a minute longer than my normal stuff. So I will probably grind like at maybe 60 clicks and do it on the steadfast and get a nice, really long extraction and see what happens with that. And once I try it all 3 ways, then I decide whether slower is better or faster is better, and then I'll dial in from there. So that's usually my process. So let's go ahead, dose out the 18 grams. Okay, we're exactly at 18 grams. I'm gonna grind on the niche 0, this one, because it's dialed in, and I believe the last time that we brewed it, we had to slow it down because we were brewing at 18 with it, and as the coffee aged, we had to go down. And I believe we were at 16.5, so I'm gonna grind at 16.5 and hope for the best. You know, I wanna make a video where I kind of just talk to you guys. Today I kind of thought about, but you know, the thing is I wanna make a pour over, I wanna have a cortado, I wanna do all these things, and then the video just gets ridiculously long. But pretty soon, maybe it'll be a Friday video, because I know I won't get any views, because it's just me talking to you guys. And you know, one of the things I wanna talk to you guys about, which I've already kind of gone into once or twice on previous videos, but I always either my train of thought goes to something else and then I don't continue with that, or I don't explain, or you know, I don't know what it is. I know I've never said the whole story, but I have some thoughts about a question that Ollie asked me. He said, why do you like using the metric system? So if you notice, my Bianca is on the metric system, so is my fellow stag. You know, but I have a story I want to tell you guys in regards to that, which we will do one of these days. We'll see. It'll probably be a Friday video. And let me go. This thing's gonna time out on me. Let's grind this thing and move forward here. Let me show you guys the roast level once again, because maybe you guys don't even remember. This here is more like a true medium, okay? It's a true medium. Always, for some reason, it looks a little bit darker on the phone than what I'm looking at with, you know, with just my eyes here. Okay, there you see the grind size. Let's see what we get. Oh, there's one more bean. Oh yeah, that's why I always start it again. But you see perfectly what happens. Okay, yeah, everything went through. Let's check. We had exactly 18. And we are at 17.8. So we had the tiniest of retention. Let's use the bellows. I mean, usually I don't worry about 0.2, 0.3. But ever since I've gotten that new bellows, I do like using it a lot more than the other little plunger. I'm gonna use it again today. Again, I'm talking about this one that I got from Gemini Coffee Tools. Makes a perfect seal up there. Just give it a couple of taps like this. You don't even need to tap it that hard. And let's see, let's check. See if we got something. All right, we're right back at 18. Man, that thing works. I love it. It works on both grinders. And wow, if they would have came up with this, I mean, it's such a simple little thing, but if they would have came up with this thing when the Niche 0 first came out, they would have sold a ton of these things. But what are you gonna do? Like I always say, maybe they could still do that. But again, I haven't even seen it on the website. What is their plan with this thing? Why are they sending things out that is not on the website? Like, you know, I don't get it. These little, you know, I got these little cloths also from them, these little bar rags. And But again, they're not on the website. So on their website, so far what I've seen is they have the puck screens. They have more than one kind. There's a couple puck screens, and then there's a little dosing, like one of these things that people use for dosing the coffee, which I don't get it, because if you're gonna grind and check retention, you wanna dose into the same thing that you're gonna grind into. So, I don't know. I don't do that. But if you have one of those little vessels, they have one of those made out of wood that also says, on it, it also says, but coffee first, like it says here. But all right, I don't get it. But sending the things without being on the website, guys, come on. Let's put everything on the website so people can buy them. I'm sure by now, I wonder if one of you guys, this, the very first video when I show this thing still has not posted. Okay, it's about to post, but it hasn't posted. I don't know if you guys have seen this tool, if you've asked me something or not, I don't know. We're always doing this traveling in time thing, okay? So I don't know, but perhaps one of you guys have already commented, hey, I went on the website and I didn't see it. But yeah, I know, guys, I haven't seen it either. I don't get it. I don't know. Let's push forward here and do some puck prep. Oh man, yeah man, the metric system. The metric and the imperial system of measurements. Like, oh my God, I can't wait to tell you guys about my ideas and my thoughts on this. It's just, we're gonna have some fun with that one. We will have some fun with that one. The coffee's still warm. Let me taste it. Man, what a unique flavor. As it cools, it has changed a little bit. I am getting more of that little bit of nuttiness, but still, that original flavor, what I said, chamomile, and I guess I was totally wrong, but I don't know how closely is this other thing to chamomile tea, like, I don't know. But this is so unique, Wow. Okay, sometimes a coffee, I don't know how to explain this, because it's not that it's like the best coffee I've ever had, but it is good. It is really good. But what makes it special to me is the fact that it's so unique. Okay, this is so different. And still clean. It's not like, because some of those, maybe some of these co-ferments are that I've had have also been very unique, but not like this. Not in a sense like it's still clean and it's giving me something so different than other coffees. Because yes, you can add things to the coffee to change the flavors, and then that's fun too. If people want to experiment with that sort of thing and farmers want to try that and sell the coffee that way, I'm okay with that. I'm not one of these people that says, oh no, it has to be clean. No, there should be options for you to have coffee in many different ways, and these experiments sometimes are fun and sometimes leads to something that is really tasty. This is, this thermal shock thing, how much actually changed these beans? Probably not a lot. This is probably an inherent flavor of these beans, which is so unique. Wow. Okay, I really like it, but what's really blowing my mind is just how different this is. I think I said that already enough times to have enough emphasis on that. All right, let's do the puck prep. Okay, this is completely dry because I haven't used it today. There's no condensation. I hope the grind size still works with us. Again, on this coffee, I think we were right around 1 minute of extraction time. So again, one of those layer shots. You guys know how I do it. So I'm gonna go for 25-second pre-infusion, then ramp up, and hopefully we finish about, just under a minute. Let me reset the phone and the angle. Okay. Again, lately all my videos have been ending right at 1 hour long. Even when I split them, they still end up like an hour long. It's like crazy. Oh man. Most YouTube videos, I wouldn't say most, I don't know. I really don't know, but coffee videos, from what I've noticed, unless it's like the folks doing live streams, just our edited videos, they are more like 20 minutes, you know, not. I think I'm the only soldier doing hour-long edited videos. Okay. All right, and now we come in and tamp. Okay, perfectly level. Okay, I didn't get any coffee out, nope. Okay, so this very nice puck prep, you can see there. Drop in the puck screen. Okay, let's lock it in and pull our first shot. Maybe we're just gonna pull one, I don't know. Let's start with one and see what happens. All right, all the cameras should be running. I think I have everything going. Yes, I do. All right, let's get the Akaya up here. And let's pull a shot of espresso, make a cortado. I wanna try my new little jug, see if I can do some nice latte art today, we'll see. Again, nice for me, okay? Don't get too excited. All right. Here we go. Again, the not neutral glasses. Gosh, I'm really, really loving these things. It's just a glass, but I gotta say, man, I have enjoyed these things. Making your drink in that is just elevates to another level. And before I pull the shot, I wanna say thank you to DAK for providing me with one of the most uniquely different coffee experiences that I've had thus far. I mean, I gotta say that coffee, extremely unique, very tasty, just wow, wow. You guys, maybe you should look into the website and try to pick some of that up if it's still available. By the time you see this video, I mean, probably not, but keep an eye out for something like that. All right, here we go. Okay, pressure usually starts coming in at around 9 seconds. Then I start closing the paddle and level off at around 2.5 bar. We're gonna hold it there for a few more seconds. We're gonna shoot for 25-second total pre-infusion time. We got first drip. Again, this is ideal so far, because getting just a few drips as you're doing your Slayer shot, that's perfect. You don't want more than than like maybe 2 grams in there. I'm opening up to 9 bar. I do a 1 to 2.5, so 18 in, 45 grams out. Puck integrity holding up very well. Oh man, this is turning out picture perfect so far. Okay, except that I went over a little bit, but not by much. 46.7 grams in 38 seconds since first drip, 55 seconds overall shot time. This is exactly what I was shooting for. And wow, 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 wow. All right, let me stop one of the cameras. Okay, so today the pour over part of it, I mean, yes, that did not go exactly as planned because again, I had to pull away right in the middle of my brew session because I got an important phone call and I had to answer it. Okay, let me show you guys the shot. This is spectacular looking, okay? Let me see, I hope the camera is getting it there, but it should be focused. This has been working when I've been doing this. We're gonna stir it and then I'm gonna taste it. Wow, I don't know, my timing or whatever, maybe that was not perfect as far as and the way I brewed it, it was not perfect as far as my filter coffee, but it tasted great. And I have a feeling the shot of espresso is gonna also be great. This was perfect for what I was shooting for. Okay, give it a quick stir and let's taste the shot. Wow. Wow, 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 spectacular, guys. You get that acidity up front, that's what this coffee gives you. You get a nice tartness up front, then it goes to your more like kind of traditional flavors. You're getting that caramel. You're getting a little bit of like burnt brown sugar. This is great. Yeah, today the bag says blueberry. I gotta say, today I'm getting a lot more of that. than what I've gotten previously from this coffee. I'd always said like berry tartness up front. But today is more really like that blueberry. Yeah, I know that's been suggested, and that's probably why I'm getting that. You know, obviously, if I was guessing at the tasting notes right now, I would be saying the same thing like previously. You know, I got like that caramel for sure, the caramel's in there, the berry tartness up front, and, you know, basically be calling it out the same like I previously did, you know? And here it says funnel cake. Here are the tasting notes. Okay, we got blueberry, vanilla, and funnel cake. So the vanilla, again, I never recognize that. Whenever they put vanilla, I never get that. But the berry tartness up front, and what they call funnel cake, you know, the batter from funnel cake, to me, you know, I'm calling it caramel, but it has that sweetness, and I could see it. I could see how they could describe that as the funnel cake. You know, plus it's a more kind of like fun and different descriptor for the coffee. So, you know, why not? But yeah, that was a great shot. Again, I don't want to finish it. I would finish it, but I'm not going to, because I want to make my cortado. And yeah, we're just gonna make one today because, again, I've already recorded a bunch of clips and I've been at this a little bit longer than I was planning to. It was fun though, I gotta say it was fun. That pour over like was really, really something very different and unique. I loved it. And we'll see how this cortado turns out. So let me get the milk ready and give you the different angles, and let's see what we could do today. All right, let me show you guys. Okay, so the size of the heart today, I'm more happy with that. My wiggles, well, first time I tried using it like this, so I'm not entirely upset with it. It is an interesting kind of design. Again, it kind of poured fast today, so I couldn't do the heart inside of a heart. I just got the one heart with the wiggles. And I don't know, still, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not totally upset. I do see this working out better for me, this type of pitcher with no handle. Of course, it's the very first time I ever try it. I have to get used to it. But yeah, the amount of foam today is perfect. The silkiness, the texture of the foam, also perfect. I could see how, again, let me point something out to you guys. But the spout on this one is very sharp. So you can do very fine lines with it. I could see that working out very well. The one that I always use that looks like in different colors, that one is also very sharp. The one that came with the Brewing, for example, has a more rounded tip, which is kind of okay to make, you know, you could do the designs that you could do with a rounded tip. It's a bit different. It is easier to create certain designs with a rounder tip, and it is easier to create certain designs with a sharp tip. But anyway, I don't know too much about latte art. Take that, everything that I said there with a grain of salt. Let's give it a taste. All right, let's see how it tastes. That's the main thing. But again, I'm not totally upset with the little heart. It's okay. If I serve this to one of my guests here in the house, they would be totally happy with that. Wow, and the shot was perfect. So when you mix it with the milk, why wouldn't it be just right? So again, it's spectacular. Man. Again, I don't really need the acidity in the shot when I mix it with milk, because I do see that like the flavor does change quite a bit. I do notice like the brightness in it, and I'm not totally upset with that. I wonder if some people kind of gravitate towards that. That's what they want. In my case, I don't really need that, but I'm not upset with it. Okay, I'm perfectly okay with this. This is spectacular. It's very nice. I really like it. The texture of the milk is perfect. Sometimes you can maintain the latte art all the way to the bottom. Let me show you guys. But you could see the heart is still there. Sometimes you get all the way to the bottom and the heart will still be there at the bottom. So anyway, that's pretty cool, guys. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of that, but I wanna start cleaning things up and putting things away here. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the little the little show today. Maybe soon I'll get to record a video just talking to you guys. I do want to tell you guys my thoughts on the metric system and the imperial system of measurements. We'll have some fun with that for sure. And yeah, you know, I gotta also record the video as to all of these items and the website and my experience with them. And I'm sure I'm the last one like finding out about this thing. Everybody knows about it by now, I'm sure. But especially by the time this video posts. So I haven't even checked on YouTube, but there's probably a bunch of people already talking about this. Like I'm the last one, I'm telling you, I'm the last one to find out. But okay, I'm kind of old school when it comes to that, guys. I'm not on top of all like the latest trends and all that kind of stuff, you know. All right, I'm gonna stop chit-chatting here. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys, my little coffee family here on YouTube. Please remember to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Check it out, guys. That's what I was talking about. See, it's all the way to the bottom and the heart is still there.